ecological succession of ecological succession of Hydrarch. So here based on the substratum, so two types of ecological succession we can observe. That is the Hydrarch means, so if the ecological succession which starts on the water body, it is called as a Hydrarch. So Hydrarch succession are Hydrosere, so which is originated in water body and usually for example a pond. So here the planktons will be the primary community and forest will be the climax community, which includes several serial stages. So here, for example, so when we observe the pond, so here first pond with there is no living organisms in that area. So after a few days, so here they start, some seeds will start, and here the growth of the planktons, phytoplanktons will be observed. So here when we observe this pond, so first there is no soil here. Okay, so here slowly here the formation of the soil is occurring. Okay, this brown color when the formation of soil is occurring. So as this death and decay of these organisms, phytoplanktons will take place. So here the formation of soil will be occurring and it is replaced by the another community. Okay, so like that, here the process of ecological succession which occurs in the pond. So what are the stages in ecological succession? So this is important. So they may ask the order of ecological succession in Hydrarch. So first one is the Hydrarch succession of the Hydrosere. So here the first stage in Hydrarch ecological succession in the Hydrosere is the phytoplankton stage. Next stage is the rooted submerged stage. Next stage is the rooted floating stage. Next one is the reed swamp stage. It is followed by sedge meadow stage, and it is followed by woodland stage, and final stage is the forest stage. So these are the order of ecological serial stages in Hydrarch. So first stage is phytoplankton stage. So these are the important questions. Order, they may ask the order otherwise. So they ask the first stage in the Hydrarch. So phytoplankton stage is the first stage and it is followed by the rooted submerged stage. Third one is the rooted floating stage. Fourth one is the reed swamp stage, and fifth one is the sedge meadow stage, and next one is the woodland stage, and last one is the forest stage. So otherwise they also ask the reed swamp stage is observed in Hydrarch or Xerarch. So reed swamp stage which is observed in Hydrarch, and sedge meadow stage it is also observed in Hydrarch. So first one, that is the phytoplankton stage. So they will be the pioneer community. So otherwise they also ask the pioneer community in the Hydrarch, that is the phytoplankton stage. So here they will be the pioneer community, and here the example blue-green algae, green algae, diatoms, bacteria, etc. are the pioneer the first organisms on this Hydrarch. Okay, phytoplankton stage. So they multiply and grow for some time and fix light energy and add nutrients to the soil and water. So on that is on the water body. So first these living, that is water low algae, lower organisms like algae, blue-green algae and green algae. So they can start growing in this water body and they multiply and they grow for some time, and they also fix due to this blue-green algae. So they fix the energy, light energy, and also add nutrients to the soil and water. So after some time what happens? So after few days, so here the death and decay of these organisms will occur and they settle at the bottom. So next it is replaced by the rooted submerged stage. So nutrients are added to the soil by the death and decomposition of the planktons. So soft muddy bottom will be formed. So the bottom which is rich with the silt. So water depth also becomes shallower. So decrease in the water depth also occurs, and formation of in Hydrarch main points are, that is the decrease in the water length and formation of soil will occurs. So here the water depth becomes shallower and light penetration becomes easy. So this promotes the growth of the rooted hydrophytes. So examples for this rooted hydrophytes are Hydrilla, Vallisneria and Utricularia. So these are the main rooted submerged stage organisms. Okay. So next, after death and decay of this rooted submerged stage. So here organism. So next stage, that is a rooted floating stage, is observed. So more reduction in the water depth and increase in the width of the bottom soil or silt, and death and decomposition of rooted plants add nutrients. So rooted floating plants start to appear. So examples for this rooted floating plants are Nilambo, Nymphia, and Trapa. So free floating plants can also develop like Ajolla, Lemna, Wolfia, Pistia, and Salvinia. So these are the examples for free floating. Okay, so here the rooted floating stage, main examples are Nilambo, Nymphia, and Trapa. So here in every stage, here the formation of the soil is occurring and the depth of the water is decreasing. So next stage, that is the reed swamp stage. So it is also called as the amphibious stage. So water level very much reduced and soil and silt level increases. So soil becomes more fertile by the death and decay of plants. So most of the plant will be rooted, but their shoots exposed to air. So have well developed rhizome and forms very dense vegetation. So example for this reed swamp stage is the Typha and Sagittaria. So in this stage also, previous stage is replaced by this reed swamp stage, and the organisms here, due to death and decay of these organisms, so again formation of soil will occur, and here the water level is decreases. Next one is the sedge meadow stage. So water level further decreases and soil level further increases. So plants of the Cyperaceae and Poaceae are predominant in this sedge meadow stage. So they form the mat-like vegetation over the top of the soil. So the rhizome well developed and interconnected. So have high rates of transpiration and water level further reduced here. So soil is exposed to the air. So nutrients like ammonia and sulfides becomes oxidized to nitrates and sulfates. So here the terrestrial soil formation will be proceeds. So here in this stage, so less amount of water is absorbed. So the final stage, that is next stage, is the woodland stage. So here the soil becomes drier more of the time and marshy vegetation is replaced by the terrestrial plants. So here the water level is totally decreased. So shrubs and herbs are predominant and small trees also occurs, and huge accumulation of humus also occurs here. So variety of the decomposers in the soil and fertility of the soil also increases. And here examples for this woodland stage is the salix, eupatorium, and alnus. So this type of plants will grow here. Next, it is followed by the final stage, that is the forest stage. So climax community. So woodland community is invaded by the tree farms, and tree farms are predominant and canopy cover the entire area. So as these trees, the brand due to their branches, so it is totally covering the canopy. Okay, our upper area. So due to which what happens? So solar ray, that is the sunlight, they cannot penetrate into the lower surface due to the covering of this canopy and the upper area. Okay, so light penetration to the lower canopy reduced, and herbs and shrubs are highly reduced, and wooded climbers also predominates. So climate determines the type of the forest, that is it may be evergreen or deciduous, etc. And examples for this forest stage is the shoria, quercus, and esser. So these are the predominant in the forest stage. So this is about the ecological succession of Hydrarch. So the main stages are, first stage, that is the phytoplankton stage. So phytoplankton stage, it will be the pioneer community, and main examples for this phytoplankton stage is blue-green algae, diatoms, bacteria. Okay. So second stage is the rooted submerged stage, and here examples for this is Hydrilla, Vallisneria, and Utricularia. So next one is a rooted floating stage. So examples are Nilambo, Nymphia, Trapa. And other free-floating plants like Ajolla, Lemna, Wolfia, Pistia also grown here. So next one is the reed swamp stage. Here it is also known as the amphibious stage. So amphibious are reed swamp. So here examples are Typha and Sagittaria. So next one is the sedge meadow stage. So sedge meadow stage. So main examples are Cyperaceae and Poaceae members. Next one is the woodland stage. So soil becomes drier. So here the woodland examples are here Salix, Eupatorium and Alnus. So final stage is the forest stage. So the main examples are Shorea, Quercus and Esser. So this is about the ecological succession of Hydrarch. So next one is the